Welcome to this episode of OHBinBusters. We're going to title this one Beyond the Endrows, because as we get into harvest, there's a lot of things we're doing inside the field and also outside of the field, and that comes along with equipment preparation and things of that nature. Jonah, talk a little bit about what you got going on right now at your place.
So we're a little behind schedule, unlike you. We just ordered our yield monitor a couple of days ago, so we're right on par for getting stuff ready. But this is the time of year you're going through the final touches on your combines, your yield monitors, making sure everything's powering up fine, everything, you're ready to calibrate it when you do hit the field. Talk and work with your local agronomist to make sure they're available to help you out with that. Heritage has a great team of precision people that can help us out with any yield monitors issues we might have throughout the harvest season. And then don't forget to, calibrate.
Absolutely.
They always say calibrate, twice a season at least. Every time your moisture changes so many points, I forget the exact number, but that's where our precision team can really help us out. But just keep that thing accurate. Good data is what we're really after.
Yeah, now you hit the nail on the head, because good data is what we're after. Data is not... We're not going to get out of it what we want if it's not accurate.
Exactly.
We're going to make decisions the following years coming off of data that's not accurate if we don't take the time to calibrate these things.
Yep.
And that's kind of where we're at now. Back on my involvement here this morning, we're walking in corn, looking at some diseases. We've been, as we talked last time, with the arrow application, that occurred weeks ago. So now we're trying to see if there's any disease coming back in, blowing through that, or maybe comparing some of the fields where we didn't get a fungicide application, what the disease spectrum looks like there. So, here we're in an FTN plot for DeKalb. There's 18 varieties here, so we got a real nice display of the varieties that are showing some southern rust pretty bad, and things of that nature. So there's a lot of good data here. So we're obviously going to make sure we're fully calibrated to do this at harvest. So
exactly. Along with that, no matter which platform you're using to retain your data, obviously we're always going to use Field View. Make sure those apps are up to date. Make sure they're synced right. That way when you hook in your iPad or whatever you're using to get that data to look at it, everything's ready. Everything will flow, the way it should flow.
Yeah, a couple phone calls to your ag tech specialist, like in our geography, that's Joey Hallback. Joey's very good at walking growers through Climate Field View, syncing it with their 2020 yield sense.
Yep.
Making sure everything's talking. And if you're not using 2020, figure out how to get that data off that yield monitor into Field View.
Exactly.
So it's just those kind of things and that we're looking at right now as far as equipment prep and things of that nature. And the infield scouting is more of a disease play for me. We're not to the point of gauging stock quality yet, so more of leaf health. And
one thing we can talk a little bit about diseases on crops. We can talk a little bit about SDS real quick. It's out there. Now's the time you're going to start seeing it. We're seeing it different places. So.
I knew you'd want to go back and talk about soybeans.
I always do, but no, go look at your beans, guys. Don't forget about them. It's something you can look at. Those are really easy to look at. Talk again with your local agronomist, your heritage agronomist. They can help you out if you have any issues with it. But along with everything like that, we kind of touched on all the crop side, equipment side. Don't forget to fill up your tanks, guys. Talk to your local Heritage Energy sales rep.
Yeah, make sure you got a good position on LP, diesel fuel, things of that nature. We had supply issues in season.
Yep.
Things of that nature. Don't let energy needs be a shortfall to you. Get in touch with your local first choice energy sales individual and make sure you got those needs covered. And the other thing to talk about at this time, you got a little bit of downtime. Now's a great time to fill out your 2022 input finance needs.
Exactly.
As well.
Takes a few minutes, and that way all your energy needs can start rolling on that if you want to, or
for
the next season.
And anything you're going to do this fall, whether it be fall burn down, some fall P&K, trying to get it on to maybe if you feel fertilizer is going to be a better buy this fall than it is next spring, trying to balance that out. So there's a lot of things you can do right now to be beneficial. So
exactly. One thing that Heritage has to offer that I really like to utilize is the Bushel app. It gives me an opportunity to track cash bids at different locations, along with scale tickets, after the trucks roll in. Just a great tool to track all the contracts that we have, the tickets that, from the loads we've hauled in, and gives me a great place to compare cash bids, at all the different locations, because there's different times that we decide where we're going to haul into based on the basis. So Heritage has a great app that the growers should be looking at too. And you know, one other agronomic thing I want to talk about is wheat. Don't forget about wheat in your cover crops. Talk with your local agronomist and get that taken care of, because I mean, it's time to start thinking about it. But other than that, the final thing I think we need to leave everybody with is, you know, it's harvest season's here. It's right around the corner. Be safe, you know, no matter what you're doing. Grain bin safety is a big thing. We got to watch out for it, you know. Watch what you're doing this fall.
Yeah, we appreciate every one of you, you know, and we want you to have a safe, happy harvest. You know, like Jonah said, grain bin safety, equipment safety, you know, traveling on the road, things of that nature. We just got to be cautious.
Exactly.
You know, we want to have all of our viewers back for the 2022 season, so please be safe.
Other than that, I appreciate you guys tuning in today, and can't wait to see Doug's uncalibrated yield monitor this fall to see how he's going to beat me, supposedly. But
so now what are we going to do? We're going to drive around the field here and look at some more corn.
I think we're going to drive through the field because this is your field.
Oh, imagine that.
Yeah,
that's how this usually goes.
Tear up some of Doug's stuff. Thanks again, guys.